So let me now invite my dear sister that I'm going to introduce to you, all the way from Nova Scotia, and of course, a daughter of Caribbean or Jamaica, to honor her for the work she's been doing. Afua could have chosen any of the disciplines, and I believe she could have done just as well. But she understands the meaning of self-knowledge, which is the first call and inscription written at the Grand Lodge of Luxor. That you cannot enter that department of knowledge without knowing who you are, because they don't take in donkeys and horses. So if you are a donkey, you're not going to enter it, because you don't even know who you are. There is something in Africa we call motto, M-O-T-T-O. Every high school has a motto. Mine was put in Latin, which I didn't like. It said, non scholar sed vitae disciplinas. We learn not for school, but for life. So Afua chose, when I asked her, I believe it was Christmas time in Toronto, and I said, why did you choose the name Afua? He said, I chose this name when I was 8 years old. So the idea to look for who she is and where she comes from and what makes her so different is deeper than just today. If you took on a name Afua, you could have gone anywhere else and that name alone would save your life. What is the name? A name is a person's connectedness to his or her ancestral home in Nile. That's a name. So if you're wondering who I am and you ask somebody, oh, this guy I met, his name is Ni, that's the way they will tell you. You see, Ni is a piece of land. And that's what I'm talking about. So Afua is a woman of substance and character. A woman with an impeccable academic and social standing in the community. A woman who respects the womb from which she came. A mother. Therefore, she understands the power of knowledge. But most importantly, she understands self-knowledge. As was said earlier, the first lesson in the humanities is to teach people about their contribution to human development and civilization. And then the second lesson is to teach them about other civilizations. And by the dissemination of this truth, a proper appraiser should follow. So if you talk to me about civilizations, I say, brother, can you tell me about your civilization? Oh, I don't know anything. I was born in, I was born here. Yeah? My question to you, brother. If the chicken lay eggs in the oven, after the chicks come out, what do you call them? Chickens or bread? Because of where you are born, so maybe, the sun don't rise there. It doesn't matter where you are born. You are a son and a daughter of the great mother Africa. And so it is important that when you begin to tell your story, that is where you begin. So self-knowledge was important to Afua because she subscribed to this African story, and the story goes on to say that without self-knowledge, you are like a donkey, carrying an encyclopedic amount of knowledge at your back and walking in the hot desert sand. Yet, none of this knowledge is relevant to the donkey. So you have 3 degrees. None is about you. than the donkey. But the donkey couldn't read the book. And he read a book about everybody else that not one is about a donkey. So you are donkey without self-knowledge. Afua understand that. That if I'm going to get knowledge, it begins with the knowledge of self. Is there any wonder? And something a great philosopher from the Ashanti region said, Dr. Kuniagri, he said, "Utiti oba, namatiti kumu." He said, when you raise a woman or you educate a woman, you educate a nation. And this is based upon facts. Over 70% of teachers from grade school to high school are females. Goes on to say that your mother tongue, meaning your first word you pronounce is given to you by your mother. That's why we say you can speak 20 languages. Do you speak your mother tongue? The first word a child will pronounce is always mama. Check it out. It doesn't matter where you come from. The first word. So it is the reason why we call Africa Mama Africa, the mother of the universe. Before her, there was none. And after her, there will be no more. Afua, we are encouraged by the tremendous courage you have shown. Because courage makes fear diminishes, and courage makes your faith strengthen. We invite you here today to honor you for the work you've been doing. We know the enemies you've created because they call you troublemaker because you're talking about them. And we know the burden you carry. Sometimes not worth the money given to you, but you do it. Because when you leave this earth, you want to look into your grandmother's face and say, Mama, when you left, I worked hard. And so I'm calling Afua here to honor her with a plaque from the Nile Valley Foundation. And our motto is planting seeds for tomorrow today. And you may go on and receive other awards, but let me tell you something, my dear sister. There will be none that will come closer to the one we are about to give you. This is from the African community here. Because we recognize that 500 years ago you left us. But we are back here to let you know we need to form a new family. And so we took that trip because we knew you were here. This award will strengthen your emotions, will give you courage, will let you know that you are not alone. And it is not from here, and it is not from Harvard. It is from your brothers and sisters who acknowledge what you are doing and say, press on, my sister. Well, when you leave, we won't have use for your money, but we will have use of the words, the knowledge, the emotional support, the laughter. That's what we will remember. So I call you up here, my friends from the African community. Join me in welcoming Dr. You know what? When you look in the face of a black woman who have a heart in giving, the first principle as an African is giving. It is not about what we did for ourselves, but what we did for others. And my sister, I'm proud of you. And I'm going to give you this. I'm going to call a few people from the community to come help me do this. From the South Sudanese community, Lado, come over here. From the Congolese community, Charles Balenga, could you come here? From the Caribbean community, I'm going to call Brother Michael's wife to join us here representing the Caribbean. I'm going to ask Sister Lola, as a board member of the Nile Valley Foundation, to come up here and help us give this award. And while I'm doing that, let me call Sister Lydia as well, because she's also a board member of the Nile Valley Foundation. And from Nigeria, let me call my dear friend, Patrick Erigu. I will not end it not calling my dear friend from St. Vincent, Pastor Joel. Since I'm here, Ghana is here already. Anyone from the Congo, Cameroon. From Cameroon, I will call Sister Jane Lehman. And from my Dada country, you know which country is called Dada? Somebody named the country that the head of state used to be called Dada. Uganda. From Uganda, let me call Sister Hafsa Goma. Do I have material? Yes, I do. Yeah. And I'm going to call from Sudan, the other side of Sudan, my beautiful daughter who has been such a great and graceful person, Hanan. What did I say? Out of many what? So I'm going to bring the award, and I'm going to ask Sister Fuller. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Right here.
Yes, sir.
Kola, please, I'm going to give you the award, and you will read what it says so that we can all hear what the award is saying before we give it to Afua. Could you please step up here? Thank you very much. You hold this and get it. First, I'm going to put this. Please step forward.
It's not easy.
Now, you see this one here is not just a piece of cloth. It has a philosophical. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
In fact, and now that you can sit on this chair right here.
Wow.
Now, please sit down. Oh, yeah. This piece of cloth here, my dear friends, I'm not wearing it because I'm a Ghanaian. Believe me, I will wear it. It doesn't matter where in Africa or in the Caribbean I come from. This piece of cloth has a philosophical meaning for Africans and all African diaspora. It is called Kente. It explains the complexity of African culture. It also shows how inextricably we are woven as one people. Therefore, if you mess with one thread of this tapestry, you've messed with the collective whole. And that's what Kente represents. So when you see anyone with a piece of Kente, if you are lost in action, you're going to war, just take a piece of Kente and keep it in your pocket. And when people pick this up, they will know. Without even the skin color, they will know he's an African. Nothing else will speak louder than this piece of cloth. My dear sister, I'm going to lay this on you. and you are covered from now on. And the plaque I'm going to give her, I will ask all these people to touch it. It means they are evoking the spirit of our ancestors. And it goes into this plaque. We are also creating a dynasty for Sister Afua. And therefore, her name, Afua Cooper, from this day forward will be Na Afua Dadesen Cooper. You cannot buy this, and you cannot touch it. Na is the highest name we have in Accra, Ghana. Na is as high as Se. In fact, we call God Na. Now, I'm not saying anyone is a God. Please hear me out. Because in England, we have people called Lord. So it's no different. So Na Afua Dadesen Cooper. Now, the third name, Dadesen, is her spiritual name. It's her initiation name. And she can evoke that at any time of difficulty. Because let me tell you, my name is Dadesen. And Dadesen means a steel pot. Not just a pot, steel. So you don't use that name quite often. You use it when someone tries to mess with you. So when you tell somebody, I am Dadesen, don't mess with me. So therefore, from this day forward, Na is higher than doctor, so we don't even have to say the doctor. We will just say Na Afua Dadesen Cooper, the first. So the dynastic period is the first dynasty. And your daughter Amma will follow it, will be the second dynasty. And she will pass it on to her grandchildren, will be the third dynasty. So if you're worried about how they create dynasty, this is how it begins. So my dear sister, read the words of the award to all of us to hear it. It's from the African community, with the help of the Nile Valley Foundation, to a diaspora of Caribbean heritage. And we as African people, we are happy to bestow upon you this honorable award. Please read it to us, sister.
Mafa, the genesis of our story, in everlasting memory of the anguish of our ancestors. May those who died rest in peace. May those who survive find their roots. May humanity never again perpetrate such injustice against humanity. We, the living, now vow to hold this and say, never again.
Amen. So I'm going to take it around, and I want you to touch it and just say, Na Afua. And with your permission, my friends, we now give this award to Sister Na Afua Dadesen Cooper, the first. Go ahead. You have our consent.
Thank you, me, Tawia Koni, and thank you all the people behind me and the people in front of me. really, really heartwarming and truly filled with gratitude, with thanks, and with love. It is a wonderful thing. I always, somehow in my journey, this was something that I thought should happen.
I heard your mind.
But yeah, I don't know how to put it up. Talk to my daughters. I would say, you know, I'd like to be a nana one day. honestly, and here it is happening without. Well, I guess I put it out there in the universe. You attract something to you, but without planning, without seeking it, without advocating for anything, and it just happened, came upon me. So I thank you, Nile. We walk into the path of the Spirit with prayer and ask for guidance, and we listen to guidance, and we obey. So this is a wonderful thing. It's a nice thing, but it's also something that brings additional responsibility. I'm sure, and I know that. So, but it's great, it's good responsibility. It's a responsibility of love, and it's an encouragement. It's a great encouragement. It's spiritual fortitude, because as Nile explained, in times of, and as I talked about earlier today, we are in this state of war, and we have to be armed. We have to be properly armed with our sword and our shield and our buckler and our high tower. So this is part of it. This is part of the army. And always we remember that as we go forth, our sword should also be one of love. And I feel the love here. I feel that you're all here showering me with love, and I thank you for it. And I know that higher powers than us are listening, are watching, and are guiding us forward. And so I thank you again very much for this honor, sir. And I know I use it to go forward in my work. I often think, why am I here? What is my calling? What am I meant to do on this planet? And some of you may know I've had a lot of struggles and challenges, and I've come to the conclusion that I don't do this for myself, I do it for God. And if God is for with you, as we say in Jamaica, who can be against you?
Amen.
So with that, I thank you.
What